Hello everyone. Today I'd like to go over the Alaris pump and how we're going to use it for continuous breathing treatments. So there's a couple supplies that we will need. One is a 60 ml Aerogen syringe. Pharmacy will have that and they will go ahead and have the medication put in it. This is what that syringe looks like. Alright. Then we will also need the supply line that attaches to it. And it's also made by Aerogen. And this is what that line looks like. Okay. So now we will connect our supply line to this, just right like this. Then we will need to prime the line. It takes 3.65 mLs to prime this line. So I'm going to push up just a little bit till I see a little bit of the medication come out the very end. There we go. I'd already primed it a little bit, but there's just a little bit at the end. So now this part of the supply line is what connects to the Aerogen. Slide the Aerogen over here just a little bit. So this cap would be here. You just take this cap out. And then this line goes right in there and then screws on. Okay. You don't have to screw real tight, just make sure it won't screw around anymore and then you're done with it. Okay. Now we need to mount our syringe onto our pump. Okay. So let's get our pump prepared. So this is a clamp that we will use to help hold the syringe in. So we need to pull that out. Twist it over, get it out of the way so I can get the syringe on there. And then this lever here, we need to raise it up. So I'll twist this at the top, twist this right here at the top, and then raise that up so we can get the syringe in there. So now when mounting the syringe to the pump, you want your spout here to be on the outside, okay? And then the flange of your syringe will fit in between these two pieces right here to help hold it in place. Okay, so it slides right in there, as such. Okay, and now I'll lift my clamp, pull out, and twist around, and then let it release back on the syringe to help hold it in place. Now I'm going to lower this lever onto my plunger. So I'm going to hold my plunger, twist this again, lower this all the way down, and then release those clamps so that it holds onto the plunger as such. Okay, and this right here is what will actually push the medication through to the Aerogen to give the medication. Okay, so now we've got that hooked up. We need to determine what flow rate we're going to set, or what rate we're going to set our pump at. So we have a table here that tells us if we're going to give 20 milligrams an hour, we set our rate at 4. And of course, the medication that's in the syringe is pure undiluted albuterol, okay? So it's not diluted and it comes from a pharmacy. So 20 milligrams an hour is a generally good place that we will start with that. So we would set our pump at 4 mLs per hour. All right. And this, we will have this attached to each syringe pump, or each Alaris pump. That way everybody will know how to set their flow rates. All right, so now I'm going to turn it on. Press system on, press that button. And it will take just a second for it to come on. But again, like I said, this sheet, I'll have it laminated and we'll have it attached to each Alaris pump. And with this right here, because we're using pure albuterol, the rate that we set the pump at is what we use to determine how much albuterol that we're given, okay? All right, so now, just a little bit closer here. So now it's asking me, is this a new patient? So I'm gonna go ahead and press the arrow beside yes. Press it again to confirm. Now it's asking me to select a channel. I can't select it on here. You select the channel right here, okay? So this says channel A, and that's channel A, so that's the one that I want. So I'm going to press select. Now I have to choose which type syringe to use, okay? The first choice there is BD Plastic Pack 50 ml or Monojet 60 ml. This is a 60 ml syringe, so I'm going to select the Monojet 60. You select it, and then down here, press the arrow underneath confirm to confirm it. Now we're going to choose what type guardrails that we want for this. So the first choice is guardrails drugs, guardrails IV fluids, or no guardrails basic infusion. We'll choose the no guardrails. And then I press confirm by selecting the arrow underneath the confirm. And that's confirmed. Now we need to choose the flow, choose the rate of the infusion. And we've already determined that by our table we want to give 20 milligrams an hour of albuterol. So our rate will be set at 4. So to choose your rate, you select the arrow beside the rate, select that. I want to select 4, press enter, and then I'm ready to start. So I'm going to press the arrow below start to start it, okay? Now I'm going to start my Aerogen. To get this to go to continuous, you press and hold the on button. Press and hold it until the light switches from 30 minutes to continuous. Now we're set at continuous. Okay? So now I also want to show you, as the medication is given, it tells you up here how much medication is left in the syringe. So you'll need to check that, and when you get about out, we'll need to get another syringe depending on how long they want this medication given for. But this right here shows you how much is left in your syringe.